you would normally go, don't be highly strung. So hello and welcome to the vlog. It's Saturday morning. Rowan is off in a Dom Cultura with Limina Glansberg. They've got a workshop happening there and I'm here doing some work and talking to you. And what am I doing? Well, so Budo was in earlier this week to record drums for a couple of songs for Izvor Života Volume 2. Why I'm including this is because sometimes in creative endeavours you have an idea and you think it's a good one and it turns out to not be the one you wanted to have. So that happened to him when he came in on Wednesday morning. He'd been listening to the songs he was going to record. He'd listened to one of them and thought, this is what I'm going to play. And he came in and he played it and he played it really well. And then he listened back to it and he went, that's not it. So all his nice drum playing had to be replaced by some other nice drum playing. He called me up later in the day going, I've worked it out. I've played the song a few more times. I know what I need to do. And he came in and it was easy. I think there's a good lesson in that. Like, be aware of what you're doing and how what you do works in the context of what everyone else is doing. And make adjustments if you need to make adjustments. So it's been a busy old week for me in here. Artso was here on Monday. He was doing vocals and guitar parts for a couple of songs on his album. What is an album? That's the question. When is an album finished? And there's different ways. Obviously, there's numbers of songs, and a lot of people are going to go 10 songs, 12 songs, that's an album. We have 42 minutes, 29 seconds of music recorded so far. That is an album. That's encouraging. That project's going really well. If you have a quick look at that document, that is a technical specs document from Dancing Bear Records in Croatia. I am just finishing up work on the next music video for Hombres and Flowery, and there's various teasers and all sorts of stuff you have to do for online streaming services these days. And so that has been, my head has also been in that, and will be in that for the next few days until all of that is completely done. So we shot the music video in here. We had the green screen also on the floor, which isn't on the floor anymore. And we had all sorts of lights set up that are not set up anymore. From here, I had to put everybody somewhere. So I'm not going to give you sneak peeks. You're going to have to wait, but not that long. The video, or the single, is coming out on the 3rd of May. Look out for that. It will be available on all good streaming services. Tomorrow morning I am speaking in church here in Yaitsa, in an evangelical church. And as you know, we make a radio show, or hopefully you know, maybe you don't know. We make a radio show from the local church here in Yaitsa. It goes out on Radio Yaitsa. We put it up on the internet. The show's called Perspectiva. We record it here in the studio. We edit it here. We do like 12-week seasons, and we are on season 10. We've made over 100 episodes, which is, when I think back to when we started, that's quite an achievement. And I don't know if we thought we'd get this far, but we have. And that's really encouraging. And season 10 is all about wisdom and looking at different things from the book of Proverbs in the Bible. I was reading through the book of Proverbs as I was kind of preparing for this, and I'm like, there's all sorts of things you could say, but you don't want to go off on a rant and you don't want to just pull something out of thin air that doesn't really mean anything to you. And I was reading, and let's find it here. I've got the internet open in front of me. It is not good to eat too much honey, and it's not good to seek honours for yourself. So I read that a couple of weeks after our wedding anniversary, and on our wedding anniversary, Rowan and I went to Banja Luka just to go out for the day, a bit of window shopping, a bit of actual shopping, eating. Always important. When we said we'd go this time, I said to her, well, you should have a look online, see if you can find something that's interesting to go and eat. And she found this pancake place called Milky. From the menu, you kind of look at all the various ingredients, create your dream pancake, and they make it for you. So I ordered this pancake that was sort of like cheesecake / banoffee pie pancake. It was very, very good, but it was exactly what this verse in the Proverbs is talking about. I didn't finish it. all of us have had that overeating experience where we were into the cake or the chocolate, something a little bit too much. The thing that's harder, I think, at least in my experience, for me, is harder, is the second part of what that verse says. It's not good to look for too much honour for yourself. Honour is maybe a strange word to use, but like recognition, or acknowledgement for stuff you're doing. Those are words that maybe we use more commonly. It's not that it's wrong to be honoured. There's loads of stuff you can read in the Bible about honour coming to people who are humble, who do the right stuff, who live good lives. Honour's not the problem. The problem is the seeking of it, and the seeking too much of it. It's like wanting too much in your pancake. I'm sitting here in the studio. It's a creative space where we do creative stuff, where you make stuff and you put it out in the world in the hope that people are going to recognise that it's good. That desire needs to be held in a balance of, you can't just do it to seek some kind of recognition, to seek some kind of acclaim for it, because that's not healthy. So I say that to you just because that I've got to turn my head to that this afternoon and just kind of sit down again with my notes, go through that, make sure I'm ready for tomorrow morning. That stuff I'm thinking about, and I'm thinking about putting all this stuff out, and I'm thinking about juggling that so everything you do comes out in a right kind of way, and it's not self-serving, but it really is serving the community and serving people. So one last thing before we go. So a few years back, with our Novi Most work here in Yaitsa and the music teaching we do, and we said, let's start to buy some instruments so we can have like a music instrument library to loan to young people who learn music with us. This guitar, which has been with a couple of students over the last year or so, came back, and right now nobody needs it, and so right now it is with me. And have a listen to this. If you know anything about guitar, you'll recognise that doesn't sound quite like normal. This is what's called a high-strung guitar. I don't know if you can read that up in the corner, but this is a set of strings for a 12-string guitar. Took those, put all the thin strings on this, and so now been recording with this week, and it really adds something into some of the songs we're working on. You would normally go, don't be highly strung. That's kind of also good life advice. I don't know if the Proverbs actually say that or not, but if you're a little guitar, really not a bad thing. So do give us a big thumbs up for either being or not being highly strung. Do leave a comment or question if you want to know more, and do remember that together we do adventure. We'll see you next time.